All right, good evening. Welcome to Yorktown Central School District Board of Education meeting for November 21st, 2022. And I have a motion to go into executive session to discuss matters made exempt under federal law, the Family Educational Rights and Privacy Act.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed? Okay, can I have a motion to go back into public session?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed? Good evening. Welcome to the Yorktown Central School District Board of Education meeting for November 21st, 2022. Can we please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by a moment of silence for our armed forces and those in our community who have lost loved ones, especially the grandmother of Victoria Vespucci, the father of Anthony Abruzzi, and the sister of Colleen Healy.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Yvette, we're up to public comment. Did anybody sign up? No? Okay, so we're going to move right on to the Superintendent's Report, Ron.
Okay, good evening. It is just wonderful to be here, Thanksgiving week, and quite a number of things happening in our school buildings. So I just want to first open by sharing there was a power outage today that impacted Crampon School. We understand the outage was a result of a downed wire on Route 132. We understand the fire department was on the scene, so we appreciate their efforts. The police department were on the scene. We certainly appreciate their efforts. So the outage began at about 10:50 a.m. today. The students were absolutely wonderful during the power outage. No one was happier than our students that the smart board was out, all the technology was out, and we got to return to more traditional instruction. And our faculty and staff just did a tremendous job. Dr. Roberts and her team did a wonderful job. The SRO and the school officer, Monday, was absolutely phenomenal in all regards. And I had the opportunity to visit with each classroom, and the spirits were good. The temperatures were maintained in the classroom. The water was running. Lunch was served. So outside of the lights being out, it felt like a typical school day. But a lot of energy, a lot of positive energy. By 12:50, the power had been restored to Crampon School, and we went about the rest of the day without any further incident or events and regular dismissal procedures. So again, my thanks to the staff at Crampon, Dr. Roberts and her team, Officer Mundy, the cafeteria workers who prepared food for 500 children under some really challenging circumstances. So we appreciate all of the work of the custodians, all of the work of all the staff who put in time to make sure that our children remain safe, happy, in a comfortable learning environment. Congratulations to the cast and crew of Sweet Surrender. This past Friday and Saturday evening, our high school drama club performed a wonderful comedy. The students were absolutely brilliant. What I loved about Sweet Surrender is the production was double cast. So there was one cast Friday evening, and there was a completely new cast Saturday evening, which gave so many more students the opportunity to be featured. So I went to the Friday evening performance, and it was wonderful. I wrote a personalized letter to each of the students who were in the production, and I told them at times I forgot that I was in a high school auditorium. It felt more like a Broadway theater. And our students were just absolutely remarkable, and just so proud of them. With just a few other updates, we had our first taste of winter weather last week, and it was something that certainly alerted us to ensure that our contact information is correct in the parent portal. So for those who received my letter last week, I would just encourage you to make sure that you go into the parent portal. If you have not received several emails from us at this point, or even some of our Connect Ed phone calls, I would just encourage you to go and make sure the contact information is up to date, email, phone numbers, because although we want to hold off the snow and the delays and closures, those are inevitable, especially in the coming months. So in the letter that I sent home, on winter preparation, in the final paragraph, it provides a web link for members of our community to go in to the parent portal. So that will take you directly to the parent portal. You can use your login credentials and you can access the contact verification page, and you can just update any phone numbers if necessary. Winter weather is inevitable, so one of the things that I just do want to call attention to, I included in the letter, we will do our best to have a call to you by 5 a.m. However, the phone chain system may not get you the call exactly at 5 a.m., so I would recommend looking at multiple sources. So you are going to get a phone call. You will get an email from us. It will also be on our district Twitter page. That will be a very timely source of information for parents in our community. But also do look out for the phone call, as I mentioned in my letter, with some of the upgrades that some of the cell phone carriers have undergone with regard to filtering out spam emails. It's possible that our call comes up under a different caller ID. It may not be Yorktown Central School District. It may be public service or public announcement, or it may go to your spam inbox. So I would just ask, if you're not getting a voice message on the phone, please make sure you're checking your email. Check our school district Twitter handle at Yorktown CSD. So at Yorktown CSD is the Twitter handle. Those calls are inevitable, and I just want to make sure that we're all prepared so that we have timely notifications of any interruptions to our school day. And I want to also extend a congratulations to our soccer team, the high school soccer team. Won Section 1's championship. They qualified for the regional playoffs. We're so proud. My understanding is that's the third time in school history that one of our teams in boys varsity soccer has won the section title. So just a tremendous, tremendous accomplishment, and we're just so proud of the team. All of our fall teams had a terrific season. The awards that I like to see come in now are scholar athlete teams, where it looks at the GPA and participation on the team. So those are the awards that I really enjoy taking a look at, and they're team awards as opposed to individual awards. Our winter sports season is up and running. Tryouts for the various sports took place last week. So we're in the first week of official team practices. We wish all of our winter sports well. It's going to be exciting. So for anybody at home watching this meeting, please check our athletic department homepage for the weekly schedule. None of the games come with a charge for admission. The basketball games, boys and girls, are lots of fun, especially for young children. So if you're looking for something to do on a weeknight that's not too late into the evening, or even during the day on a weekend, please consider coming out to one of our home basketball games. I assure you it'll be a good experience. And then finally, we're heading into Thanksgiving. So when I think about what I'm grateful for, beyond my wife, children, and family, grateful to all of you. Our community, our students, our faculty, staff, certainly this Board of Education, my colleagues at Central Office. Thank you for everything that you all do to make Yorktown such a special place. I wish everyone watching, everyone here, a happy and healthy Thanksgiving with family. That concludes my report.
So, quick question. This is Thanksgiving week. Wednesday is a half day?
Yes, Wednesday is a half day. There was a little confusion on the app, but I would just want to clarify some of the dismissal times. So the high school on Wednesday, November 23rd, dismisses at 9:35, middle school at 10:20, Crompond at 11:05, Brookside and Mohansick at 11:50. So those are the updated dismissals. We apologize for any miscommunication in the app. What we noticed, interestingly, is that all of the times in the app were exactly 5 hours off. They were 5 hours late. And we had the time zone set properly. We had the times input properly, but there was some miscommunication between what we had input and what the app was outputting. So my thanks to Brian Marchhauser for working through that with the provider to make sure that now the times are correct on the app. And the times were always correct on the website. Those were always accurate. It was just a miscommunication between the website and the app. The app pulls the calendar information from our website, and for whatever reason, there was a disconnect, and it wasn't a time zone issue, which is what we suspected it was. But nonetheless, that's been resolved. High school dismisses at 9:35 on Wednesday, middle school at 10:20, Crom Pond at 11:05, and Brookside and Mohansick at 11:50.
Thank you. Okay. We're up to board reports. We're going to start with policy. Cheryl?
Sure. The policy committee met on October 26th to continue our review of the code of conduct, and we are making quite some large strides, and we're coming to an end with that. So the doubling up of policy meetings really we fared well with. We met again on November 9th for our regular policy meeting. We reviewed 16 policies. We'll be deleting 8, and the remainder will be adopted either with changes either tonight or in a future meeting. And our next meetings are on November 29th to review the code of conduct, and December 15th to meet for our regular policy meeting.
Thank you. Audit. Pete, do you have an update for audit? No? Okay. Fiscal advisory, Mike?
There's no real update right now. The district and the buildings are working through the budget process, and we meet again in January is the next fiscal advisory meeting.
Terrific. And steering, actually, we'll be meeting next week. We're going to start developing a list of items for next summer. We also had an RFP go out for an architectural firm, so we'll be reviewing those submissions and see where we move forward for the next steps. So we're going to go on to board action items. And I have a motion to approve the minutes of the October 24th and the November 7th meetings.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye opposed? Can I have a motion to approve the treasurer's report for October 2022?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye opposed? And can I have a motion to approve the claims audit report for October 2022?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye opposed? And a motion to approve the extra classroom report for October 2022?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Policies. Be it resolved that the following policies and regulations be deleted from the policy manual because they are unnecessary and or obsolete. 8132, fire drills. 8134R, emergency closing regulations. 8200, buildings and grounds management. 8212R, vandalism regulation. 8220, buildings and ground maintenance and inspection. 8220R, buildings and grounds maintenance and inspection regulation. 8500, food service management, and 8700, insurance.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And then we have a first reading on the following policies: 8134, emergency closings; 8212, vandalism; 8332, district-owned cell phones; 8334, district-owned credit cards; 8800, energy management. Did anybody have any questions or comments on any of these? Okay, we can move on. Personnel. Upon recommendation of the superintendent, a motion that the following be approved. Under certified personnel, we have appointments, part-time appointments, corrections, we have other compensation, extra duty, and under classified personnel, we have appointments for civil service and an unpaid leave of absence.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion.
Go ahead.
Ron, is there any coaching vacancies for the winter sports that we haven't filled, or is everything all?
I know that there was 1 or 2 positions that we were still finalizing, but I believe those are in the pipeline at this point, so they'll be coming before the board for approval at the next
So it won't
meeting.
jeopardize any teams or?
No, not at this point, no.
Ron, can I also ask you, we're having some trouble with civil service lists, are we not?
Yes.
Can you just explain when, because there's some delays in us getting some people hired, is that not
Of course,
correct?
yes. There have been some tremendous delays in working with the Westchester County Civil Service Department. So once there's a vacancy, we have to advertise the vacancy. We request a list from Westchester County Civil Service. They send us a list. We then send out letters to gauge interest of anybody who is on that list. We can only hire from that list. We have to hire within the top 3 interested candidates on the civil service list. There is a perpetual bottleneck at civil service in Westchester County, and it often results in delayed appointments. So some of the positions that we're trying to fill have been vacant for a number of months. But unfortunately, without being provided the lists from civil service, we're waiting to proceed on filling vacancies, and it's quite a delay. It certainly impacts productivity. It impacts our ability to just be able to make selections, because you have to hire off of the list that they provide to you, and you have to hire within the top 3 on that list, regardless of experience and other criteria.
So a lot of this is on Westchester County. This is not on our hiring.
Correct.
purposes.
It's not a
Okay.
Yorktown specific, this is a county level
Okay,
concern.
thank you. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed? Okay, business office. A motion to approve the following tax certiorari resolution by order of the Supreme Court of the State of New York, held in and for the County of Westchester on the 25th day of October 2022, a school tax refund in the amount of $24,919.86 is due to Veterans Road Office Building LLC for the tax years 2018, 19, 20, 21, and the first half of 22, and be it further resolved that the board hereby authorizes the transfer from the Tax Certiorari Reserve Fund in the amount of $24,919.86 for the payment of the 2018-19 through the first half of 22-23 tax refunds.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Can I have a motion to establish a $75 per hour rate of pay for police officer monitors effective January 1st, 2023?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? A motion to approve the 22-23 asset disposal agreement with Verdata Evergreen ITAD pending receipt of required insurance documents.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion to approve the appointment of the attached district-wide school safety team for the 22-23 school year. They're listed below.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? A motion to amend the 22-23 contract with Manhattan Psychology Group to include an additional 6 hours for an increased cost of $1,800.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? A motion to increase the 2022-23 budget by $4,000 for the donation received to cover purchases of wrestling mats.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? A motion to approve the Yorktown Congress of Teachers Professional Improvement Program proposal listed below.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Special ed, a motion to arrange the placements as of November 21st, 2022.
So
moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And gifts, grants, and donations, a motion to accept with gratitude the following gifts, grants, and donations. For athletics, $4,000 from the Yorktown Huskers Club for the wrestling mats, $700 from Lauren Guido for the varsity ice hockey program, $646.53 from Julia and Greg Murata for the varsity ice hockey program, $646.53 from Frederick Sandhop for the varsity ice hockey program. Yorktown High School, $2,000 from the Yorktown High School PTSD for the senior class guest speaker, $957 from Science Research Foundation for the Science Research Department for the purchase of storage cabinets. At Crampon Garden Supplies from Home Depot for the Crampon School Garden. Mohansick, a Sony Handycam with a memory card from the Mohansick PTA. And at Brookside, one outdoor 2-poly lumber patio all-weather garden bench from Karen Ford and family.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you all very much. We're up to board comments. Pete? No, you're good? All right, Mike?
Just happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Carol?
Just wanted to wish everyone a very happy Thanksgiving, and hopefully you get to spend some quality time with family and friends over the next few days.
Yep, same here. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Hope you have a wonderful time. Ron, Lisa, did? No? Okay, public comment number 2. Nobody? Can I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Good night, everybody.